What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody?
Action.
So, why are we here, Sweet Tea?
We're here for a few reasons. Number one, we're here to make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button.
Why
now.
haven't you yet? If you have not, make sure you guys go do that right now.
We are also here, as you have noticed, it's not
Exciting.
Tuesday.
Right, it's not no Technique Tuesdays right now.
Okay, but we are here to talk about something that I have been thinking about. I'm sure you guys have been wondering.
Seen it probably
And I
on social
figured
media.
there's been a question, not really, like a fight speculation going around online, and that fight is Anderson Silva versus Conor McGregor.
They're talking about it.
They exchanged words. I think Dana White came in and was kind of like, Conor, chill, focus on this, the lightweight belt. But it got me thinking, we heard John Jones calling out Francis Ngannou. You brought up this past weekend 3 Demetrius Johnsons versus Francis Ngannou.
Who's gonna win that?
Is Conor McGregor versus Anderson Silva really so crazy?
I mean, would it actually be a good fight? Before we get into all the shenanigans, a quick word from this video's sponsor. This video is sponsored by DraftKings. DraftKings is the leading daily fantasy sports brand in the world with a mission to make sports better by bringing fans closer to the game. Saturday, June 6th is about to be amazing. Nothing makes UFC fights more exciting when you got a little skin in the game with DraftKings. And who you guys picking this weekend? My picks are Amanda Nunes, Cody Garbrandt, Aljamain Sterling, and my boy Sugar Sean O'Malley. If you hadn't tried it yet, Fantasy MMA is easy to play. Just pick 6 fighters, stay under the salary cap, and pile up points for advances, takedowns, and more. Enter the UFC 250 Daily Fantasy Contest with $2.5 million in prizes and a $1 million top prize. New users use promo code Wonderboy, get a free shot at a top prize of $1 million with your first deposit. All right, now before we give you our opinions, let's go around to some of the team here and see if the fight even happens, Anderson Silva versus Conor McGregor. How you doing, man?
Good.
Who do you think wins? If it happens, I don't know if you know this or not, but they've been calling each other out. Anderson Silva versus Conor McGregor. Who do you think wins? No hesitation, go.
Conor McGregor.
Oh, okay, Conor, that's one. Conor got one. Will. AKA QX Mastermind. Check out the Twitch, he's my man right here. Who do you think wins if the fight even happens? Conor McGregor versus Anderson Silva.
McGregor.
McGregor 2! All right, y'all come here. Y'all, this group right here. Come here.
up?
Who do you think wins? And you have to just tell me off the top of your head. Conor McGregor or Anderson Silva?
Conor McGregor.
3?
The champ. Conor McGregor.
4?
Silva.
Still, oh, fine. They got showing Silva some love. Conor McGregor. Wow. Off the top of your head, who wins? Conor McGregor or Anderson Silva? Go.
I'm the Black Irishman, so I'm going with Conor.
All right, so that's 6.
I'm going with Conor. Anderson's too old. Father
7.
Time.
Go for it.
Father Time. Like,
Anderson Silva 2 to 5. Hey.
The question was different.
I'm going Anderson.
And Anderson. Okay, 3 to 6 right now. You got Pops.
I love Conor, but Anderson. Come on.
4.
Anderson.
4. All right, there you have it, guys. I mean, we have it. Notorious versus the Spider, and as so far, the public is saying is Conor McGregor. Let's find out why we think so. Come on. All right, Sweet Tea, get over here. Let's get Sweet Tea's pick of this fight. Who you got right now?
This is probably gonna surprise you, because I was leaning one way for a while.
Yeah.
But just off the top of my dome, I gotta say McGregor as well.
Okay, McGregor. McGregor's got some love today, man.
He does.
And the community has spoken. Conor McGregor beats Anderson Silva is what they're saying.
And we think that's popular opinion.
And I think it's because one thing, and that's age.
At least that's the most obvious thing.
Obvious, right?
Anderson Silva is actually 1-6-1 in his last 8 fights.
It could be that. I think that's what people are thinking, right? But you still have a 6'2" guy versus a guy who's 5'9". The reaches are fairly similar, maybe a 3-inch reach advantage
Anderson's
going to
official
Anderson.
reach is 77.
Conor McGregor's got
Conor McGregor's
same reach as me, like 75.
Official reach is 74.
74.
inch.
74. Still, that's fairly close, right? I mean, that's pretty close. So let's get into this real quick. Let's break this down some.
Yeah. So we're gonna start with talking about why we think Conor McGregor is gonna win this fight,
Yes.
and why the vast majority of people believe that. And then we'll kind of give some tips on how we believe Anderson Silva could win the fight.
Now, this was the Anderson Silva like 6 years ago, 7 years ago?
Hands down, no
Hands
questions
down, no
asked.
questions asked.
Anderson all
Anderson
day.
Silva. Okay, so let's say Anderson Silva makes 176, or I'll give it a pound, 177, which
Yep.
I doubt. And the dude's been fighting at 185 his entire career. So if he can make it, this is how the fight, what I think Conor McGregor has to do to beat Anderson Silva. Conor McGregor comes out right side forward mostly. He does switch sides every now and then, so does Anderson Silva. But Anderson Silva mostly keeps his right foot in front, so they're in a closed stance. So, number one, Conor McGregor's side kick to the knee. For a taller guy, that side kick to the knee is going to play a huge part in this game. Number one, I got to slow this guy down. I got to keep this guy from coming forward. So, number one, the side kick to the knee. If he implements this in his game plan, I think it's going to play a big part. So Anderson Silva likes to come forward. Every time he steps forward, and Conor's known to use this kick, that's boom, that side kick to the oblique kick, or the
knee probe.
The knee probe. Conor's going to have to use his movement, obviously, right?
And as soon, you got to think with his injuries in the past, as soon as Anderson Silva takes one of those, he's gonna, not only physically is he going to feel it, but mentally he's really going to have to kind of step back and assess how he approaches the rest of the fight versus Conor, because those don't feel good.
And he's got 2 more fights on his contract, and he wants to see him out, both of them.
Yeah, he said that.
He doesn't want to elongate his fight career for sure. He wants to get these fights over with. So, side kick number one, side kick to the knee is going to be essential. Number 2, Anderson Silva is not as fast as he once was. So, number 2, throwing feints. If Conor McGregor can lure out Anderson Silva's strike, I believe Conor McGregor can counter-strike him, right?
Which is like unheard of, because
normally,
for most of his career, Anderson Silva was the king of the counter strike.
Right. Go back and watch that in Forrest Griffin. Anderson Silva versus Forrest Griffin. Amazing. A lot of feints, a lot of boom, a lot of this, a lot of jabs off of his front hand, but barely touching him. Not really sinking it in, because he wants this guy to hit to be able to feel the punch and try and counter it, right? So Conor's got to counter the counter.
Counter
okay?
the counter.
So I jab, Anderson Silva throws the big left hand or whatever. I got to move back out and then try and counter with the left hand. So that's number 2. Number 1, the knee probe. Got to probe Anderson, Conor. Number 2, the feints, the battle of the feints. I've got to out feint this counter puncher as well. So a lot of fakes, a lot of just touch and go will actually kind of frustrate him a little bit. Conor's fast. I don't really talk about Conor's speed. Conor's very quick. And what he's got to do is got to boom, Anderson Silva throws the right hand, boom, and throw afterwards. But he's going to have to really close the gap, because just the range.
Anderson's going to be fighting long.
Right. So he's going to have to really, he's going to have to really blitz the guy to come in. But that said, if I close the gap too much and I end up in Anderson Silva's tie clinch, I felt that. I know that. I've actually just sparring with Anderson Silva. This was years and years ago, about 8, maybe 9 years ago, maybe
before
longer
you
than
made
that.
it to the UFC.
Before I made it to the UFC. But that said, Anderson Silva hasn't had any luck with that recently. I mean, he almost been knocked out from the tie clinch.
He's to the point now, he gets touched, he's giving out. He's really got to protect the noggin.
The only things that I see Conor McGregor winning and beating Anderson Silva. Yeah, he's quick. I think he definitely has the cardio. He hits anybody with that left hand, and the way Anderson Silva's been taking punches lately, he could probably knock him out. So how does Anderson Silva win this?
I think you kind of touched on it whenever you talked about Conor and what he has to do. It's kind of similar for Anderson.
Right. That's why I think this fight is so interesting, because it's the battle of the strikers.
It's going to be more of a chess match, I think, than people realize. When you have 2 counter strikers fighting each other, it really does come down to whose brain, who has that plan, that 2, 3, 4 step ahead of the other person.
Exactly.
And then it becomes.
That's why I love it. I love this. I love the cerebro about this kind of a fight. You know, being able to think it out, break it down, and yet to some people it may be a slow fight, but to me, I'm gonna be all in it. Like, I'm gonna be soaking stuff up left and right. That's what's exciting for me, is the chess match.
How does Anderson beat Conor McGregor? How does he shock the world and beat the Notorious to cement himself as the GOAT?
The GOAT. Something that not a whole lot of people have used against Conor McGregor, and that is the leg kick, the low calf kick. Anderson Silva throws that all day, and it comes from nowhere. So if they have the side forward, right, they both have the right side forward. I feel like Anderson Silva, even Conor McGregor's got like a sideways stance. That calf is right there. Boom. I don't remember anybody really trying to leg kick Conor McGregor. He's in a sideways stance, right? And it might be because he likes to throw the left hand. If he goes to get left kick, he's there to throw that long left hand. Maybe that's why. But Anderson Silva's a little bit longer. He's a little bit bigger. So that leg kick's going to really do some damage. I would go really low to that calf. You want to sit somebody dead in the water, you low calf kick him. So number 1, taking out the legs. 2, using your body, letting your body do the work. And Anderson's got good jiu-jitsu. You don't see a whole lot of it, but when you do see it, his triangles and everything are there. Rear naked choke, Dan Henderson. He triangled Chael Sonnen. You know what I mean? He triangled Travis Lutter. He triangled Travis Lutter, whose jiu-jitsu is up there as well. Top notch. So I would say that for starters. Of course, Anderson Silva is very long. He's got good strikes. His speed's not quite there like it used to be. That's just a few things that Anderson Silva could use to try and neutralize Conor McGregor. Low calf kicks, use your body weight, get him up against the cage. It tires strikers out and tire him out.
The advantages definitely seem to be on the younger, more confident fighter in Conor McGregor. Like you said, he does not take a lot of damage. He has not taken a lot of damage.
Nope. Yeah, and like you said, Anderson Silva's been knocked out cold. And his chin's not there anymore. He's slower than he used to be. Now, if it was prime Anderson, like that wouldn't even be a thing. It wouldn't be a like no question. Time and the way you've seen him fight, it favors Conor a little bit. If he can even get down to 170, how would that affect him?
Yeah.
So we'll see. I have no idea.
So we can't go this whole video and not have WB pick.
Okay.
You got to pick. Who do you think wins? Truth. Right now, who wins between Anderson Silva and Conor McGregor if they were to fight?
I just feel like we should give at least Anderson Silva some more love than he's gotten. Right? I'm going Anderson Silva on this. Even though we haven't seen him fight for a while, I want to give him some love. I felt bad for him. To me, he's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I know Conor's done a lot in his career and for the sport, but Anderson Silva, man, he was the guy. What are your thoughts on it, guys? Leave those down in the comments below. Remember, hit that subscribe button, guys. We enjoy talking with you. We enjoy chatting with you guys.
Check out the fights this weekend, and if you do decide to get a little fun with it, make sure you guys use code Wonderboy on the DraftKings website to enter to win some awesome prizes. So use code Wonderboy.
Sweet T,
DraftKings.
have fun, bro.
Have fun. Hey, if you guys had fun and you want us to do some more of like these speculation videos, like say maybe 3 Demetrius Johnsons versus 1 Francis Ngannou,
dude, that would be a good one to talk
in the comments
about.
below.
Yeah, let us know, guys. Who do you think? Give us 2 fighters that you would like us to break down.
Anybody, any weight class, any promotion, any time ever. Could be Bruce Lee versus Mike Tyson.